Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Okay, let's see. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook and IG. I think I got all for today. Hey, Sharon. Hello, hello. I think we're good. We had a good time yesterday. We had a real good time yesterday. Maybe too much of a good time. Is it Edithia? Lord, y'all know I mess up these names. Hi, John. Hi, Shanice. Hi, Kodakor. Hello, hello. The one. Don't come on here with that. Hi, Miss Sugar Sweet. Hi, Keisha. I hope everyone is doing amazing. I hope you're having an incredible Wednesday. Oh my gosh. So much happening, so much going on. Hi, Kathy. Good afternoon. Hey, Tay. Welcome. Ashay, welcome. So I did announce this live, and typically I do. Yeah, I had a lot. Let me tell you, we had a good time yesterday, but I'm like, oh goodness. It's what happens when you have coffee. I was literally, you said overeating? Not overeating. Yeah, typically I do like an announcement that I'm going to go live because unfortunately sometimes people don't get the notifications. Hi, Clara. So I advise people like, listen, make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you're following. I get people after the fact that say, hey, I didn't know you were going live. And I'm like, yeah, got to turn on the notifications. That's the best way. And it's interesting because I don't go live on Instagram as much anymore. I spend a lot of my time. You said it's your first time catching. A lot of people say it's my first time catching a live. I don't go live on Instagram as much anymore. Like I prefer going live on Facebook or YouTube. Good afternoon, Rena. And so, yeah, I just typically every now and then I'll pop on IG, but a lot of it has to do with how I stream. If I can get all of the things aligned, then it's easier. If not, then I just stick to YouTube and Facebook. I try to get Twitter, but I have not figured out why I cannot stream on Twitter. I used to be able to, and then something happened. So I don't know. Anyway. So if you're on Twitter, I haven't been able to stream you yet, but I will figure it out. Don't you worry. I will figure it out. You said, have you started the fall gobble? No, I have been gobbling less. No, I have been gobbling less because let me tell you, the holidays are around the corner. And honestly, I've been working on getting my weight to go in the opposite direction. So I have not been in the gobble. I'm good on it. I am good on it. Hey, faith is the substance. So you know what? A lot of y'all have been messaging me about my post. Yes, I am singing the national anthem at the Commanders game on Sunday, and I'm really excited about it. I feel like I'm becoming like a national anthem singer because this will be the 5th time that I've sung the national anthem at a sporting event. I've actually sung the national anthem at the Wizards game, DC United, which is a soccer league. Who else? Boxing match. And I did the Howard Hampton game. So this will be my 5th go round. Pretty comfortable singing the national anthem. And I rather enjoy it because it's quick. It goes by so fast. This will be my largest audience by a landslide. But the Wizards game was a pretty huge crowd. So once I did that, and that was my first time ever doing it. Hey, Creole girl. So I feel like once you do the Wizards game, you can do anything. You can do anything from that point forward. So I'm excited about it. A lot of my friends will be in town. For those who don't know, you may know, but if you don't know, I do come from the NFL world. And so some of my friends will actually be in town this weekend because it's a pretty exciting weekend. They're retiring Daryl Green's jersey. Shout out to the Greens. Daryl and the beautiful Jewel, his wife she's such a beautiful lady and such a sweetheart, but they're retiring his jersey. So a lot of the former Commanders players will be here this weekend. And some of the people that, I did life with for a period of time will also be in town. So I'm excited. So hopefully I get to see them and catch up with them, but exciting times. This is like family for me, and I what an honor. So I'm excited. I haven't been back, honestly, though, since the kid's dad was playing for the team. So I haven't been back to the stadium in quite a number of years, but it should be just an exciting time. Thank you, A Beautiful Mess. Thank you for your gift. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a family reunion. So I'm pretty pumped. And hi, Dairy Vet. So yeah, it'll be good day. Great day. Excited about it. All that to say, so I know like Wednesdays are the day that we depends on how I feel. Wednesdays are the day that we typically talk about more serious things, unlike my live yesterday where we're having a good time. We're laughing and we're joking. I actually went to a lunch yesterday, which was a business lunch, and met with a pretty exceptional high-level exec. She's got 38 years behind her, but when I tell you just so much wisdom and knowledge, my mom she loves hanging around older people, like she always has ever since she was little. Hey, Cece. And that's just been her thing. So we grew up around our elders, and fast forward, not to say that this lady is an elder, because honestly, she's the same age as my mom. She's the same age as my mom, but so much wisdom. Hey, Linda, so much wisdom. And I learned so much because I think sometimes we can have difficulty finding people that won't gatekeep. And I get it. Everyone's trying to live and make a living and come up and get things going. But by the same token, we can never get ahead if we don't share and teach people how to do certain things. So you guys know that once I decided to leave reality TV, my main focus has been really growing my business and growing my brand from a more professional standpoint, because for as much as, reality TV is a way that people make money, for me and for most of my counterparts, it's not an extremely lucrative career unless you are on some of the bigger networks and you have things under your belt that would garner more income. All that to say, it wasn't truly all about the money for me. A lot of my reasonings for leaving too is that reality TV is a nasty little engine that I feel you don't always know how it can impact you, good or bad. There's some good, but it always comes with some bad. It's never just 100% good. No one does reality TV with 100% good. Even some of your faves are going to encounter some bad. It's just nature of the beast. So for me, it's kind of not even kind of, it's not worth it. Honestly, it's not worth it when you're really trying to build business, when you're really trying to grow and expand. Yeah, and Real Housewife, that's a true story. They're always plotting for good TV. And again, no shade. I met some great people in reality TV. Some of these people are literally my friends, and I will always consider them a friend. That said, you have to do what's best for you. And for me, for where I want to go, for what I want to do, the drama's not worth it to me. It's too many lies and foolishness that when you're trying to get before execs and people that actually can change your life and that really write checks to amplify your business, you cannot be entangled in the foolishness that is reality TV for the sake of drama. It's just not worthwhile. I'm telling you now, I have been in some pretty powerful rooms, and I know for a fact that no matter how popular a person is on reality TV, there are some people who will never do business with those people because they're attached to reality TV. And I do mean never. It is why you see so many reality TV stars that the highest they'll ever achieve in stardom or fame is whatever they get from reality TV. They don't typically transcend beyond that because of how people view reality TV. Thankfully, I was not in it as long. Granted, it'll always be a part of my resume, but people will tell you I don't lead with that stuff because it's just not viewed as well as people think. And it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. So for me, when you are literally trying to build business and grow relationships and try to expand your reach, and I mean, I am not talking about, I think so often we can get so small-minded that we don't often see our abilities to go beyond even what we see until we get outside of things. And having conversations with people in internationally, which I've done business internationally before, but to truly grow and expand a brand, you have to disconnect from things that will honestly hinder your ability to do so. And that, more so than anything, was the reason why I exited when I did. And I don't regret it at all, y'all. People like, do you miss it for what? For what? I don't miss it. I don't miss the drama. I don't miss the chaos. You can't miss the money because we weren't getting paid like that. And I'm not trying to be shady. I'm telling you guys the God honest truth. We were not getting paid like that. D president, that's a great point. You have to look at how it affects your life and family as a whole. And if it's not making money, honey, it does not make sense. And I try to chew the meat, spit out the bones. It did give me some access as far as people who didn't know me before. Now they know me. It isn't a tremendous, it wasn't a tremendous reach. And I'm going to be honest, my brand really didn't start to take off until I left. Go figure. And I tell people there are people who will never understand me for leaving. But when I tell you, God gave me 3 seasons. And when I prayed, he was like, this is it. You are done. It's time to hang it up. People won't understand, but obedience is better than sacrifice. And I promise you, because of that obedience, so many other doors have opened for me. So many people have stepped up and been like, thank God you left, because I wouldn't have worked with you if you were still on that show. Can you imagine? That's money on the table, y'all. You're leaving money on the table. You said, I discovered you through a ministry and had the pleasure of meeting you in 2021 in Atlanta. Oh, thank you. That's so interesting. I still, so a lot of people on YouTube actually know me from that. They don't know me from reality TV. It's like half and half. Half people know me from reality TV and the other half know me from my work in ministry. I was blown away. Yeah, beautiful mess. I'm not even kidding. A lot of people have come forward and said, we would not have worked with you if you were still attached to that. So you have to literally watch your associations. All money isn't good money, and it's nothing against the people who choose to do it. If that's your lane, that's your lane. I feel like if it's the lane that God has put you in, that he'll give you grace for it and he'll cover you. But if he's telling you that's not the lane anymore, you got to move on. You say, yep, been a day one. I appreciate you. I got a lot of day ones. But when you come to that, you also have to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be willing to almost disassociate yourself for a season. So people will notice, like once I left, I went ghost. Even my friends will tell you that. I wasn't going out like that. I wasn't going to events like that. And it wasn't personal, but I knew I needed to really put my head down and work for a season, because I do have goals that I'm working towards that require my commitment and my attention and my focus. And I can't be here, there, and everywhere trying to make something happen that I really desire to happen. So my encouragement, you said that's one of my favorite scriptures. Yeah, my encouragement to those of you who are really working towards something great is sometimes it may require you to walk away from things that you think are working or that are good for you. It may require that you have a season of stillness. I had so many people like, well, Winter, we don't want you to lose momentum. And I said, listen here, you may not understand it, but I have to do what is best for me. And I am a firm believer that whatever God has for you is for you. And it doesn't matter what kind of time you take. Honestly, those opportunities will still be there. The people that you're meant to connect to will still be there. And you just got to do what's best, right? You gotta take the time and actually like pause, stop, work. So I went to a meeting yesterday, and when I tell y'all, it was so great to talk to her. And just really focus on business, because there are some things that I'm trying to set up and do, and I've never done it before. So it's good to have people that will actually take time, sit down, and just kind of walk you through the process. And a lot of times we don't have people that will do that. Y'all, we ended up having a 2.5-hour meeting. I not only learned so much, but when I tell you God knows what you need when you need it, just to talk to her and kind of flush out some of the things I've been working through professionally to set myself up for success. And sometimes you don't realize that you're honestly on the right track. You just kind of need someone to help you work through the logistics of it all, which is another reason why I got back into coaching, because there's so many people that don't have someone that will work with them through it when it comes to maybe business or life changes, transitions, and putting that under the umbrella of Grow Her Society, which is honestly where my heart is. Because now back to you, user, when you knew me, that was my sweet spot, like really helping women. Not so much. Oh, I'm on live. I'll call you as soon as I get off of here. You said, girl, I'll try to call you. My phone will put you on do not disturb because I'm live, but I'll call you as soon as I get off. But literally as soon as I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, getting back to helping people. So a lot of people that know me from ministry, they know me from like running women's groups, whatever. But my thing has been to pull it, away from being so churchy, because it's a fine line. And there's so many more women that may not be churchy that still need the support and help. So getting back to really creating a structure around that where you can be of assistance. Hey, Renee, you could be of assistance to more women who actually need the support, and that are willing to invest. I know we talk about money, but the funny part to me is that I find that women in church, they're willing to invest only up to a certain amount. And I don't believe you should charge for the gospel. No way. That's a different story for a different day. I don't believe you should charge for the gospel. The gospel has and always will be free, should be free. If you're paying for it, that's a different discussion for a different day. But when it comes to actually challenging yourself and putting yourself in a position to grow, elevate, expand, you have to pair yourself with people, who aren't willing to gatekeep, because that's another thing. I know people who pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for people who still gatekeep. I actually read something on Threads, I think last week. This lady says she paid a coach $9,000 for nothing. Nothing. $9,000 for nothing. I said, girl, I could have got you all the way together for a fraction, but $9,000 for someone who was not willing to actually help her. I think that is insanity. Absolute insanity. So on the flip side, people outside of church are willing to invest, but they don't always have access, or they don't always connect to the right people. So my thing is been finding the sweet spot of not shortchanging myself, making my services affordable, but also partnering with the people who are willing to invest, that are ready to grow, that are ready to expand and be the best version of themselves, that can support the growth and the success. Because let me tell you, there's nothing worse than growing when you're not ready to grow, or expanding when you're not ready to expand. And also having someone that is not willing to gatekeep. I have put money in the coaching, been some of the best money I've ever spent. I've had to do homework. These people have held me accountable. I'm telling you now, I talk to a lot of my mentors at least once a quarter, at least. Okay. And they do not play. They do not play. So it's just really, y'all, when I tell y'all that we had the biggest squirrels out here, I don't mean to get distracted, but when I tell you, if I showed y'all how big this squirrel was, if I could turn these cameras around without messing up my set, I would show y'all. These squirrels are literally, they're doing too much. They eat a lot. You said, see, the coaching scam is what stops me every time. Get a clue? That's so true. But when I tell people about selecting a coach, you honestly have to find a coach that aligns with your value. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little soured on the whole coaching thing. I don't really like to call myself a coach. I think coaching is oversaturated, and also it's an overused term. Okay. I offer a service, a support service, a growth support service. So I consider myself a facilitator of growth. I support your growth. Coach is too many people that are coaching people that are scamming, haven't been successful in what they're coaching people in. And really just, y'all, it's just a money grab. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's just one of those things. And I'm not saying there are some people that are absolutely gifted with wisdom in certain areas. I'm not taking anything away from those people. Okay. Let me be very clear. But oftentimes it's just easy to say, I'm a coach, pay me for this. And if you get the right gullible people, you can make a lot of money doing it. I don't agree with that. So I literally, consider myself I offer growth support services. I am a growth support specialist because I don't gatekeep. You understand what I'm saying? And I have a solid track record. Like, you got to check people's track record, because there's a lot of people trying to get into this. They don't have any past performance. So when we talk about contracting, this is something we talked about yesterday. Past performance, when you submit your capability statement for a contract, one of the things that a lot of these people that are interested in your services are going to ask you is, do you have any past performance? Well, a lot of these coaches don't have past performance. They'll utilize AI to construct their reviews. It does not mean that they've actually had success in it. So you need to actually look at past performance. When I was talking to my mentor recently, so one of my things that I work with my mentor on is imposter syndrome. And that may sound crazy, but for those of us that have achieved some level of success, we still struggle with imposter syndrome. We still struggle with viewing ourselves as valuable as the experience that we've gained. And we work through that. So she was talking to me and she was like, I'm still confused about why you're not going back to helping and supporting women. Like, Winter, you have a solid track record. Like, I have seen you help thousands of women all over this world. She was like, do you need me to do a testimonial? She was like, girl, I could give you a laundry list of people that can speak to your expertise and the work that you've done. Like, it is not a game. And she just started naming off stuff. When I tell y'all, it was hard to believe that she was talking about me. I'm not even going to hold you. Do I know that I'm good at what I do? Absolutely. But sometimes it could be a little intimidating to own the track record that you actually have. But a lot of these people just don't have past performance. And I would encourage you that if you're looking for it, like, look for past performance. Can you honestly pull people? I literally, sent over my resume recently for something I did. And let me tell you what, she was reading my bio. I sent over not my resume, my bio for something that I was doing. I was reading my bio. I said, listen here. It's something to be proud of. And I think being raised in church, the issue with my imposter syndrome has a lot to do with humility, because in church, we're taught to be humble. We're taught not to brag. We're taught not to brag on ourselves. We're taught not to brag on our accomplishments. But that's much different than a person who has truly done the work and can honestly stand on their expertise. Most people who knew me through reality TV, didn't know jack about what I had done. They thought I was some relationship coach, which honestly I wasn't. And a lot of people that were watching that knew me were angry because they were like, that's not even what she does. That's not who she is. And that's unfortunately the storyline they chose to go with, but it wasn't true. I was so far removed from relationship coaching, but it sounded better and more dramatic. At this point, y'all, I was with a 10,000 plus community doing real work. I'm not even kidding. Right before I got on reality TV, I had just got done completing a stint in what was an 8 or 9 city revival tour. I ran one of the largest sectors of that organization because it was packed with women. I was like, I don't know what y'all got going on over here. But that was enough for me to exit reality TV. And from that first season on, I started planning my exit. I told them I wasn't going to be before I'm long. They must have thought I was joking. When God has a call on your life, you do not let the devil play with you. You have to be obedient to that call. And yes, it served its purpose, but it was a time for me to leave. I don't worry about what people say or think, because the reality is that your reputation and your track record and who you are will always outlive a lie. So many people don't understand that. We spend a lot of time, and I was guilty of this. We spend a lot of time trying to defend ourselves, defend our reputation, defend what people think about us. But if you actually just keep being and doing you, and you keep your head down and you actually continue to do the work, your life will outlive the lie. I'm telling you now, I've seen this so many times. I went through this past season, people were like half and half on me. A lot of it because I was cool with Ashley and everybody hated Ashley this past season. So I was guilty by proxy or guilty by association, right? But the reality is, literally, I would say largely, that has changed so drastically since exiting. It doesn't even make good sense. You just keep doing you. Your life will outlive the lie. Your life will outlive any lies. I tell y'all, my grandmother used to say all the time, a lie will travel all the way around the world, but at the end of the day, the truth will be left standing. Stand in the truth of who you are, and your life will outlive the lie. Lies have a short lifespan sometimes. And unfortunately, in reality TV, sometimes lies live a little longer. But if you can stand on the truth, your life will outlive the lie. So I literally took some time away, put my head down, went to work. Every now and then I pop out here and there, and y'all see some of the things that I've been working on or the things that I've been doing. But I've literally watched God allow my life to outlive the lies. I don't even, I promise you, I am the worst when it comes to trying to get people to be my friend, trying to be extra friendly, trying to beg people to accept me. I've never been that type. You can literally ask my family. In fact, I wouldn't say that I had a ton of friends, even though a lot of people would probably say I was popular. Weirdly enough, I wouldn't say that I was, a person that had a lot of friends, because I have built-in friends. I actually posted that. Y'all posted a picture of my sisters in my Instagram story. They're very low key, so they don't like to be out in the public. But people don't even know I have 2 blood, like, younger sisters. So the Lord gifted me built-in best friends. I never cared about making friends with folks. I always had people to go home and play with. So if you didn't want to be my friend, say less. I still feel that way to this day. I've never worried about people liking me or being my friend or trying to accept me. I have a great family. My family's amazing. But I got 2 built-in best friends. I go right to my sisters. If I need to talk, vent, laugh, cry, hang out, go on a trip, I go to my sisters. Thank God for them, which is an amazing blessing, because I know everyone doesn't have that. But my encouragement to you is that you don't need a lot of people to support, love, and like you. Keep doing what you know to do, and your life will honestly speak for itself. I have plenty of people that circle back around that thought one way, and then once they either saw me in action or got to know me, they were like, girl, I had no idea. This is why you shouldn't assume anything about people. I love talking about reality TV. And of course, I do know a lot of the behind the scenes, but I also tell y'all, don't get so, invested, because a lot of this stuff is manufactured reality. And some of the very people that you think you hate, you might actually would like in real life. But it's unfortunate, because of the way they're edited, you'll hate them. When I tell you, I've gotten a lot of that too. So you just it's like a fine line. You have to learn to watch a lot of this stuff from an entertainment perspective. Otherwise, you'll make judgments on people that you shouldn't. And y'all will be surprised. I told y'all, some of the people y'all think are so great, they're actually the real villain. They're actually the real villain. They're actually the ones that are not being very truthful and forthcoming. And it's unfortunate because, again, if they are being protected or favorited, they're going to get a certain favorable edit. It does not mean that they're actually these people in real life. Just saying, So you say, yes, sisters are the best friends. I have 3 sisters. I love my sissies. They're great. I'm the shortest, but I'm the oldest. All that to say, I actually have a lot to do today. I wanted to do a short lunchtime chat. Say hi to you guys. I'm actually going to upload a video on TikTok. I had a funny video I wanted to upload. So if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you go over there. It's I'm Simply Winter. Follow me on TikTok. I'm going to upload my video. I do a lot of my fun stuff on TikTok. That's where I get to, let loose. And then y'all get a lot of my personality on YouTube and Facebook. And then, Instagram, unfortunately, gets the crumbs because I just don't go live on Instagram anymore. All that to say, I hope y'all have a great and glorious day. I will be back tomorrow morning a little bit earlier tomorrow so I can get in and get out because I do have somewhere to be tomorrow. All that to say, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.